This board that you were serving on in Broward
Yes.
County called MPO,
Yes.
what is this board all about and what kind of services this board organization offers?
Okay. So, as a City of Miramar Commissioner, I am the commissioner that represents the City of Miramar on the MPO board. The MPO board is a Metropolitan Planning Organization, and what it does, it administers the funding for transportation, road improvement, federal funding that we receive to all municipalities. So we administer those. I am very proud to say that since I have been on that board, the City of Miramar has been able to secure almost $50 million in funding for sidewalks and road improvements. And those are things that are so needed in our communities. And over the next 5 years, we will see those improvements. We will see that those changes in our community. You know, you'll see more bike lanes. You will see, you know, lighting. Because when we put in sidewalks, you know, it's not just sidewalks. You know, it's a complete street grant. So they are looking at everything that makes that street complete, for pedestrians to be able to walk, for the streets, for the cars that drive on it. You know, they consider everything in the area. And we have done some of those projects on both on the historic side of Miramar as well as on the western side of Miramar. And they've been very successful. They're truly improved the areas. And I'm truly looking forward to seeing that the additional funding that we have received spent over the next 5 years.
Well, I mean, I don't want to cut you, but I must testify to that, because in the last many years that I've been in, more than 25 years or so living in Miramar City, I have seen that kind of development and changes on the roads and the whole landscaping changes in Miramar City over the last decade. And I mean, I'm sure credit comes to you for that, because if you are with the MPO and you got over $50 million in funding, I mean, that is phenomenal. I mean, I can testify to that. I've seen the kind of beautiful changes on the walkways and the full 9 yards. But speaking about grants,
yes,
I understand that you were somewhat influential in the small business grants from Miramar City. Tell our viewers a little bit, because you know we got viewers worldwide.
Yes.
Someone may be sitting somewhere in New York, in Japan, listening to this interview, but they can have a relative with a business in Miramar City. That's how small the world is.
Absolutely, that is so true.
That's why, you know, we love to do this kind of global discussions.
Yeah.
And somebody sitting somewhere in Jamaica and they got a relative. So what is this small business grant about?
Okay, the City of Miramar, we have small business grants. The federal government also have grants that they give to municipalities throughout. And in some areas, they have what they call CDBG funding. And CDBG funding is the federal funds for businesses and in other economic development areas. But then you have areas that need it. You have small businesses that need these grants, and they may not qualify for the CDBG areas. One of the things that the City of Miramar has done is that we have invested in grants for our businesses that cannot qualify for CDBG, for instance. And we have done a redevelopment on Miramar Parkway and 69th Avenue, the B&M Shopping Plaza. Now this plaza was, you know, as we would say, a rundown. This was really in need of improvement, and it was a hole in a donut, meaning that all of the other commercial properties around were being developed.
Right.
You had Public Shopping Center, you had Bravo Supermarket, you have the City of Miramar was developing their band shell, and you had this shopping center and this shopping center owner who was in need. And we were able to provide a grant, a matching grant for them to be able to develop that shopping center. And you should see how it has improved that area. In fact, it has actually attracted a new business, Cleveland Ice Cream, and the maker of Cleveland Ice Cream is actually from the person who used to make the ice cream, one of our famous ice cream places in Davie, Florida. And it has really been an explosion when it comes to new people into the community, and new business into the community, new money into the community. So it just shows how investment affects the community.
So those grants are only for plazas, or just a small guy got a business in the plaza, can he apply for a grant?
Absolutely. We do have a lot of different grants program. For COVID-19, we have had $10,000 grants for businesses just to help out with their rents, their mortgage or utilities, because these businesses, we know they were shut down.
Yes.
And small businesses are really so important in our community. They really are the strength of our community. And if our small businesses fail, then their communities fail. So we want to make sure our small businesses are successful, especially during this COVID-19. So soon after COVID-19 and the businesses were closed down, before the federal government provided grants for us, the city of Miramar allocated $1 million for our businesses so that they can get $10,000 grants and help them out, help them to survive during this crisis.
That is phenomenal.
We were able to help many businesses, but you can imagine how quickly that type of funding runs out.